Hello crafters, welcome to Create at Home with G and today's video. Today I'm going to be decorating my display cabinet. Now I've heard a lot of my American channels that I watch, they call these type of cabinets a hutch, but in the UK we call them either display cabinets or glass cabinets, but it's the same thing. I have sliding doors on here, so what I'll do is I'll do one side and then I'll go over and do the other. I will do the top as well with you, but I'm just going to show you the items on my dining table and then we can get started. And here are the items, crafters, that I'll be using in the display cabinet. To make it easier for me and transitioning each season, I'm kind of going down the country look, the country farmhouse look, and that will be the main theme running through the living room and kitchen, kind of whatever, through the year, and then I'll just add a few bits for spring like I have, and then add a few bits for autumn, and then obviously Christmas will be the main holiday that I transition to. It's just becoming too hasslesome and too tiresome to go up and down the loft and get the totes and totes of decorations. So I've had a huge purge. My local charity shops have had lots and lots of things from me, and there's still tons in the hallway to go. But anyway, enough chatting and let's get on. So these are the items. Some of the items are new. I will go through the items and tell you where I've got them. I was going to do a new decor haul with you, but it's just too much. I've brought quite a few new things as I've done so much purging, but I will go through them and tell you where they're from. There's a few things that I've made and altered slightly, so I'll go through those with you. So yeah, I'm going to put the camera back in front of the glass cabinet and we'll do what will be the left hand side to you. Okay crafters, I'm going to do this side of the cabinet. These downlighters are LED ones that you just stick on because I wanted some light in the display cabinet, and I got these from Pound Stretchers in a pack and in Poundland in a pack. Now I prefer the ones from Poundland, they are more robust. The ones from Pound Stretchers actually broke when I just turned them on, so the actual, because it's one of those push action ones, and that broke when I just pushed it to turn it on, so I wasn't too, the ones from Poundland are much better quality. So we're going to start up here, and I'm going to take things off the table that's on my right hand side, so if I go out of shot you know why. And the first thing that we're going to put in there is the large cloche, and in here all I've done is I've altered a large bird nest, and I've got some ferns, some moss and some spring blossom, and I've just wrapped some LED lights around it, and it's got two little robins in there, so that will go on the top shelf, and those lights are on timer so they will come on when they need to. And then I've got some, so these are, this is a book series, I just can't think of the manufacturers. The Earth, Its Wonders and Its Secrets, and it's a Reader's Digest set, and I like the green spine, so we're going to put 3 of those in to act as a riser. Then on top of that we're going to have the bunny, which is from Asda's. Now this is in a haul video that I've recorded. I'm not too sure when this is going out, so you may have already seen it or you might not have seen it yet, because I do a lot of videos in advance, so sometimes I show things and then realise that you haven't seen them yet. But he's one of 3, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, which is this one, and Speak No Evil, and they're from Asda. I've done a shop with me from Asda's, I'll link that video so I pops that now. So I'm going to pop him on top of the books. And then I found, this is a new item, and then I found this old galvanised lantern, and it's got a glass sleeve, and I found this on eBay from a store on eBay, really cheap. I think it was only like £4. So it's galvanised, and then it's got a LED timer candle in it, so that'll go on the top as well. This second shelf here, I am going to have this wheelbarrow, and these wheelbarrows were purchased a couple of years ago from B&M, and it's the Le Jardin range. Now they do a lot of this kind of range, this Le Jardin range in the spring and summer. I didn't see a lot of it when I went down to B&M recently. I found a few things online which I purchased to go in the kitchen and the hallway, which I'm hoping you'll see at some point soon. So they may well get things I'll show you later in the B&M, but I can't guarantee it. So this is a cream one, and it's distressed and aged. So that will go in the cabinet here. And then next to it, I am going to put my cream LED on timer squirrel. And I use this in the autumn as well, so it's nice to be able to use these items for more than just one season. So I'm going to pop him in there. And then just to bring a bit of colour, I'm going to pop in one of these faux ferns. Just to pop in a bit of colour, because otherwise it's too bland. And I've got some faux carrots. Bear with me 1 second, crafters. And I know squirrels don't tend to eat carrots, but this is for spring. So I'm going to put some of these raffia wrapped carrots, which I found on sale in TK Maxx, and there's a haul video coming out, or is out. Again, I'm not sure when these videos are going to come out, so just going to pop those in there as well. And then on the bottom shelf here, I have this collection of wooden items. Now, ironically, these all belong to my father. It's a wooden chess set, it's a game box with cards in, it's his cards and what are they called, Mum? Dominoes. And there's discs in there as well, isn't there? Sorry, my mum's behind the camera, crafters. And then he has this container here which he holds, because my father smokes a pipe, so this holds his tobacco, but he doesn't use it. So it's a nice collection of wooden pieces. So that will go on the bottom shelf. And then next to that, I am going to use these LED light up mercury glass pine cones, and these were bought from QVC a couple of Christmases ago, and I use them all year round. They don't get put away because I don't think they scream necessarily Christmas. So I put the larger one on in the back, and then I've laid the smaller one down, and then I've got some of this cherry blossom. I've just cut the stem off, and just to give that some interest, this piece, I've got two pieces that I've manipulated. Yeah, that was that piece. Just to give it some interest and to, make it slightly more springy. And that's that side. So that's that side of the cabinet done. Now we'll slide the doors open, and we'll work on this side. Now, as you can see, there are three shelves. No glass shelves in this particular cabinet. And I've now got to remember what I had in these units. I can't remember. On the top shelf, I have this birch log which has been sliced, and I got this on eBay a couple of years ago. You can get them on eBay, but they're really expensive, and they're really expensive in craft stores as well. So if you do have maybe a park that's local to you, I know some park cut their trees down and they give these away, or they sell them very, very cheaply. Or maybe try a local garden centre, but they're just so expensive online, and because they're so heavy, they're expensive to ship. So I wouldn't recommend that. Then I have this large wax LED candle, so that's going on there as well. The top here actually is just quite simple. And then I have this owl, so I'm going to pop him on there, and then we're going to pop in some more of the faux spring blossom. Again, just to bring a bit of colour and springness on that. So that is it for the top shelf, so really simple. The second shelf here is a bit more involved. I have these wooden cockerels and hen. I've got these from eBay. Actually it came in a pack. It was what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find all the stores that I got these from on eBay, because these weren't from individual sellers, they were from stores based on eBay. And I got the cockerel and two hens. I think it's for about £12, and they're all nicely done. They've all got felt on the bottom and they're aged. But this particular one here, I altered slightly. I added some mirrored cardstock, put it through my crimpler, distressed the edges, and made it look like galvanised. Well, I think it looks like galvanised, and then I just went over the top to give it a bit of age. I don't know how well that shows up on camera because I can't see the back of my camera. So we'll have that. We'll have these two here. like I say, this cabinet is going to pretty much stay like this now all year long. I'll just add a few of the seasonal elements. I'm not doing a lot of the nautical theme now because nautical and farm doesn't necessarily go together, so I'm kind of getting rid of the nautical theme and just having that in my bathroom and downstairs toilet. So we've got those two, and then I've got these two lanterns, and another faux LED candle. There's a trick there, crafters. It was too small, so I put loads of sellotape around it to make it fit. So if I can get it back in there now, yep. So that goes in there, and we have this one here. And this one I just spray painted in the silver because it was more of a brown colour. And then we have the broken, if you remember from a haul video from Poundland, I was spray painting them, I just knocks it and it broke off the base. I'll link that video, so it pops that now. But this is too nice to throw away. So I just place that on the bottom, just there like that, and that's that sorted. Now it comes to this bottom space here. I have this white tray, which I got from Poundland actually, last Mother's Day. Not the Mother's Day just gone, the Mother's Day before. And they were selling these for £1, and I thought it was an absolute bargain. So I'm going to put that up the back there. And then I've got this cow picture from eBay. And this isn't from a store, this is from an individual selling some goods they no longer wanted. So that will go in the tray in the back area. And then I have this grouping of vases, and I've had these vases a long time. I think these are from Habitat. No, they're from Homebase. But I've had these. How long do you think I've had these, Mum? It's got to be about 10 years, hasn't it? Yeah. So I've had these about 10 years, and I'm going to put these in a grouping. I have the blue, the grey, white, and then this one isn't part of the set, but it really works well with this set, and it's a very similar colour to the larger one. So that will go there. And then I will add some more fern. And I'm sure there was something on that table with that. But obviously not. Maybe that was it. So I'm just going to pause the camera here now, crafters, and I'm going to tilt it up so we can work on the top. Okay, crafters, now we're going to work on the top here. We have this lantern that stays up all year round. It actually has a very large flickering timer LED candle, but I need to change the batteries. They died about 6 months ago. I haven't replaced them. So up here, again, going to be very simple. I'm going to put these two cockerels up here. Now these are another eBay purchase, but these are from a store that sells on eBay. Now on the tag it says Green Gem Gardens, and it's these are actually cockerel garden decorations. So I'm not sure if the store was called Garden Gem or Green Gem, but I will link the store to this. What I'm going to do actually, because there's going to be too many links, I will create a blog post. So if you go over to createathomewithg.com, which is my store and my blog, there will be a blog post, and I will link. What I'll do is I'll try and take some photos. How do I want this? So what I'll do, sorry crafters, what I'll do is I'll create a blog, and I will link as many links as I can for some of the items that I've spoken about in the video. And then on top of this cabinet here, I'm going to have this basket. Now I know this basket is from Habitat. It was a basket that is a set of 3. I have one with a purple band, a smaller one, and then a bigger one with an orange band, and I used the orange one in autumn last year. In there, I was going through my scarves, and I was going to throw this scarf away, but I thought it worked really well with the kind of farmhouse decor. So I'm going to have the scarf inside the basket, so it kind of billows over. So it's like that, and then in that basket, I'm going to have my birch logs. Now these were actually made by myself. They are made from tube covering. I'll insert a photo here. And these are available from Poundland, and there will be a tutorial coming up on my sister channel, Created Home with Elf Creations, where I use cardboard tubes, but I use the same technique to cover these foam tubes as I did the cardboard tubes. So I'm going to pop those in here. In fact, what I'm going to do, crafters, is take this down, and it's too high up, and I'm going to work on it on my dining table. Did one fall out? Yes, one did fall out. And then we have some more fake ferns and a bunch of the faux white tulips. So I'm going to put those in. So it looks like that. Whoops. And that's that. And then the last thing that I'm going to put on the front of this cabinet is the vintage rustic distress wooden carrot banner that I made. I posted on Instagram about these. Sometimes I post on Instagram, so you won't see, the only place you'll see it will be Instagram. I don't necessarily post everything on both Facebook and Instagram. So I've got some 3M clear hooks that stay up all year, because I use them for Christmas, for my garland and so forth. And then I'm going to, I've got one in the centre, just to make that level. And that, crafters, is my display cabinet, or hutch, depending on where you're from, ready for spring. Now it will stay like this right up until May. Actually, it's going to stay right up until like this, right up until autumn, and then I'll take some of the autumn stuff out. I'll take things out like the bunny and the carrots, because obviously they're very much spring, but everything else that's in there is going to stay in there. So thank you very much for joining me, and you'll see me very soon, because today I'm also recording some ideas for spring dining table, so spring/Easter, so that will come out before Easter, and I know that Easter is next weekend. So I'll see you very soon, crafters. Take care.